First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Detroit Lions. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
They'll run on first down. McFarland. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 31 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Right back to him on first down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Second and 5 now. Jackson looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with second and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll run it now out of the gun. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Here we go. 30 base. Greystone, travel.
On third and 2, Fitzgerald nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a first and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
On second down, McFarland. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Back to throw. Callaway. And he's going to let it go deep. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively. And it'll be 4th down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Second and 8 at the 34-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Pull it high.
Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Down. 50. Plant. General West.
Tight down. There you go. Shift.
5.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fitzgerald. And the pressure gets to him again. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check 4. Watch the safety creep.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Let's go. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready to break.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brought down back at the 14-yard line.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. We're scoreless after 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Under 10. 10. Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give them 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
15 line. Here we go. 80 weapon. Check. You're out. He's checking. Go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fitzgerald, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. A good game there on 1st down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1 yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. But it'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Jackson throwing again. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams 1st down. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll try the left side. McFarland, and he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go play action with Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. On 3rd down, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. Right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
61, matchbox lights.
Off play action. Fitzgerald. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. On 3rd down, Fitzgerald. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
I'm ready.
On 1st down, O'Neal. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Fitzgerald. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Tressway now. He's been terrific so far. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Jackson. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
And you saw. Switched on Travis. Hey, check 24. Ready?
Following the fumble recovery, Fitzgerald flushed out right. And he'll find Hall. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd down now, O'Neal. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
We taking wins home. Switch. Check 52. Check. 6-6. Pull it high. Look at me. Door. Get it.
On 1st and 10, Fitzgerald. He's going to take a and this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. 2nd and 10. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
To throw on 3rd down, Fitzgerald. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock, and he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left.
Jackson rolling to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
He wasn't ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson now. He lets it fly for Lockett. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken around the 12. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Looking to throw. Fitzgerald looking left side. He's got it. Complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check out read. Protein spill.
On 3rd down, Fitzgerald. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
On 2nd down, McFarland, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 23. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
A big play there for L.A. 51 yards.
First down, Los Angeles.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This complete to Lockett. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. From the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Will Harris there to make the play.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Switch. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Fitzgerald. He'll find his man on the comeback route, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. From the gun, Fitzgerald. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 39 yards there, a big one.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a give right side. McFarland. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They'll try and throw forward Jackson. Got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Jackson now. From the gun, he'll throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are once again going to retake the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing on 1st down. Fitzgerald. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Fitzgerald. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 33. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check it backer, check it backer.
They'll keep it on the ground. O'Neal. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf. X3. 218 chopper. Ready.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
10 Lobo. Protein spill. Hustle. Spit.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
The Rams take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So after the sack here, 2nd and 14. Here's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, let's go!
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. That one, a first down pickup of 8. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it, because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses, because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Ready? 60 or 80 weapon. Hit it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt and helps out your defense with field position.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
First down, Rams.
Watch the run. Watch the run. That's south, baby. That's big south.
He'll have a first down past the 40. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down at the 26.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check. Hey, keep moving. Keep going, boys. Moving.
They'll try the left side. McFarland. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Los Angeles, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.